Previous speakers did a great job. They covered all the grounds. So I have a presentation on Turkey, but also in terms of linkages between Turkey and Arab world. So I hope it's going to be a useful one. We'll cover Turkey and Arab world, a little bit of global macro backdrop, and also I'll cover Turkey's new program, and obviously conclude with why you should consider investing in Turkey. When we look at Turkey and Arab world, as you can see, there's a lot of complementarities. Turkey is a highly diversified economy. It has a relative edge in manufacturing, value add, and technology. And also it serves as a gateway to Europe and Central Asia. While Arab world is resource rich and is diversifying. We tend to have relatively low savings, high investments needs, so we have a current account deficit. The Arab world has significant surplus. And in particular GCC countries, they have to export capital. We import capital. As you can see, we complement each other. The Arab world has a great potential to serve as a strong linkage for Turkey, between Turkey and, of course, Asia and Africa. Also, of course, GCC countries have excellent infrastructure. So as you can see, we do complement each other. So how can we take advantage of this? Well, first of all, we have excellent political relations. Yesterday, I attended a meeting where President Erdogan was president. I did tell him that I was going to be in Istanbul to address this summit. And of course, I'd like to pass on his warm regards to all of you. But we have excellent political relations. So how can we leverage this? Connectivity, complementarities. How can we leverage these to do more together that is mutually beneficial in terms of trade, investments? Well, first of all, I tend to believe that the wholesale solution is to have free trade agreements. People tend to be afraid when there is liberalization of trade because it can create dislocations. But the reality is it creates more wealth, prosperity for most, and the dislocations can be addressed through public policy measures. So I think free trade agreements would certainly help boost trade and investment between Turkey and Arab world. Of course, there's a natural partnership in certain sectors. Tourism, construction, defense industry, tourism. Turkey and most of Arab world, our seasons don't overlap. Your season tend to be more, stronger one, a more intense one during winter. Ours tend to be, obviously stronger during summer. So clearly, again, there's a bit of complementarity here. Collaboration in third countries can certainly serve us well, whether we're talking about Africa, Central Asia, or anywhere around the world. I think our companies should work together to see how they can create value jointly. This is a study by Harvard University. It's in Harvard University's Growth Lab. This is Turkey's product space before the customs union with European Union. I'm going to show you the next picture, a more recent one, and try to explain the difference and why you should not be afraid of free trade agreements. Just think about it. These gray spots are the ones where Turkey is not really, was not, back in 1995, did not have a strong capacity in those sectors in manufacturing. In the periphery, of course, you had agriculture, the yellow bits, and the green bits, textiles, and that's largely it. I mean, there was manufacturing, but it wasn't competitive, and it wasn't really significant. So let's look at the picture in 2021. As you can see, the product space has gotten so much better. Look at how colorful it is. The more colorful it is, the more towards center it is. That means Turkey used customs union with EU to actually develop a great manufacturing base. So that's why Arab world should not be afraid of signing free trade agreements and take advantage of it. Look at the product space in some of the, our Arab neighbors. As you can see, it's largely gray, except some petrochemical manufacturing and others. Of course, each country is different, but what I'm trying to say is that you could make a huge difference by actually overcoming the fear of free trade agreements. Tourism, we have a great success, and we would like to partner with our Arab neighbors to help their tourism sector to develop. Last year, after assuming my role, when I paid a visit to Saudi Arabia, when I visited my counterpart, I said, I'm here to actually offer a partnership and a solution. And I said, you have an ambitious tourism target, 150 million tourists over the next decade or so. And I said, Turkey can help. We can help develop resorts. We can help operate the resorts, but we can also help bring tourists. And we can provide also human resource. Because when your season, during your high season, is our low season. So that's where we can create value together. And we really mean it. Turkey last year was number 4th in global tourist, as a global tourism destination. As you know, number 1 is France, number 2 is Spain, number 3 was the United States. So clearly, this is one sector where we can do a lot together.